What's going on, guys? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Robots in Disguise Quillfire. This is the Warrior class version of this robot hedgehog man, tank stealing fool. And as you can see, he's looks like Quillfire. He's got a nice color scheme of like caramels and browns and things like that. He's got this weird kind of halo looking kind of weapon here, as well as what looks to be one of his quills, but I can't quite make it out in the package, so we'll actually see what that is in hand. On the back of the package, you can see here it shows his robot mode as well as his vehicle mode, and of course the transformation itself is just printed on the back of the packaging. Transforms in 7 steps, which looks like a pretty intricate transformation, all things considered, which is kind of a nice change of pace for these Robots in Disguise figures. Of course, there is a co-sell for the, well, not really sell, it's a free app, but it's shown here on the back of the package as per usual. And then the gobs and gobs of legal information that nobody could possibly care about. But that's really it. Shows a picture of him on the side here. Not too much else to talk about with the packaging, so we're just going to go ahead, get this guy opened up and out of the package, and we will check him out right now. Alright guys, so here is Quillfire in vehicle mode, and as you can see, he's a big, kind of chunky vehicle. Brown and tan, and not a lot of paint apps going on. I mean, he's got a few across the front here. You can see different colors too, which is kind of nice. Little, the windows are painted in for once. Not back here though, unfortunately, and nothing painted on here other than the tips of his toes. He does have little rims painted on his wheels, which is kind of cool. But overall, I mean, like a weird color scheme going on. Very chocolatey. Reminds me a little bit of Chrome Dome. Huh, yeah, but rolls just fine. No problems there with the rolling. And as you can see, the underside of his vehicle is pretty clean, with the exception of the Decepticon logo under there and the obvious like fake windshield chest. But overall, not too bad. Not too bad. He does have a cool feature, which I will show off here. His head is stored right here in the front of the vehicle mode, so you can actually pop this hood and pop his head out if you want kind of like a GoBots effect going on. Or actually, he kind of looks like a sea turtle like this, actually. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's his vehicle mode. He does have weapon storage underneath here, and we can just pull that out, maybe. Maybe, I don't know, it's kind of stuck. Let's see if we can't wiggle it free. There we go. So you can see there's a peg, you can stick it in on either side, just like so. Here's his weapon. You see a little teeny tiny Quillfire symbol etched into the, I don't know if that's like a clip or just a little bit of the handle there. But yeah, it's a very slight gun. And that's all there is for that. We'll just put it aside for right now, and let's take a look at his transformation. It's pretty simple, but at the same time pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and lift this back end up, if we can. There we go. Just lift that up. It plugs into these bits by these 2 other bits. Whoops. Yeah, these right here. Alright, so also, we're just going to go ahead and unplug the arms from the sides of the vehicle, just like that. Very simple, very simple. And then we're going to go ahead and unclip the windshield. The windshield actually clips in to the front end of the car. And it can be a little tough to actually get this loose, and you don't want to mess with it too much. You don't want to risk breaking it, but basically there's a little hole on either side, and there's just a little nub there on either side of that kind of holds it all in place. So there you go. And once you got that, you can just kind of lift it up and set it back. And then this whole section is going to come down and forward and like plug in right there. Okay? You're going to rotate the waist around bring the legs down, split them, flip the feet out, however you want the feet to look. The shoulders, actually, you're going to bring the shoulders, leave the shoulders down like this, and then like pull the arms themselves down. And they are plugged in up here. You can see this big post, big tab rather. And you just swing those down like so. And just like so. I've gotten comments saying that people are bothered by how often I say like so. Sorry? I don't know what to tell you beyond that. So you just flip the hands out like so. And then you can actually like bring the shoulders out a little bit to kind of widen his shoulders, which is, a nice little bit. Then you can just bring this section up, and it all just kind of tucks in just up against his back there. I don't know if that's supposed to be like his tail or whatever. And you can plug in his gun here if you'd like as well. You can see his spines come out to play. Then you just want to lift this up and once again flip out his head like we saw in his vehicle mode and just close that up. And there you have a Quillfire in robot mode. Very nice, very little squat guy. I'll give you a quick size comparison. Here he is with Thunderhoof. So you can see Thunderhoof is a bit taller, about a head and a half taller, I would say. But at the same time, this guy makes up for it in like sheer bulk. And he's got some cool articulation too for a guy this squatty, so that's kind of a big deal. So he does have a removable quill back here, so you can give him that as kind of a sword weapon, or whatever, you can shoot it or throw it, or I don't know, whatever works. I think you could stick it in here if you really tried. No, not so much, not quite big enough to go in there, but it does plug right back in here via a 5mm port, which is pretty cool. You could even stick the gun in there if you wanted to. The gun does fit into his hand as well, and looks really nice there, actually. They do a good job. They molded his finger to kind of look like it's pulling the trigger on that weapon, so that's pretty cool. So articulation wise, he's got ball jointed shoulders on this kind of stalk that can go up and down and kind of move in and out a little bit. He's got nice range of motion with the arms. He's got the elbow joint. He does have a bicep swivel, which is cool. His hands can kind of go in and out. He does have waist swivel here. He's got ball jointed hips. He does have a thigh swivel. On a person whose legs are so short, that's kind of crazy. A super deep knee bend due to transformation, of course. A foot that can go quite far back and pretty decently far forward, again, just due to that transformation joint. I think that really helps out and does a great job there. Let's give him a little bit of an A stance here. And really cool, he does have a moving jaw, which, come on, there we go. So he's got an open and closing jaw. His head can kind of wiggle up and down if you just kind of scoot this thing out of the way. And then his whole like head section, I don't know if this is all his head basically. Yeah, it seems that way. Is on kind of a ball joint. Like you basically only get a swivel out of it. But you can move his head up and down and kind of get a little bit more motion out of that, and I think that's really cool. You can also move the quills down if you really want to. There's not really any purpose for that. You don't have to move them down to transform him. I think that's really just for when he's in the package. These are like put down like that, and you're supposed to immediately just put them up. That's actually the first step in the instructions is, hey dummy, put this up. But yeah, he's got really nice range of motion, especially for a figure of this size. I'm very surprised. And I mean, looking at him all the way around, he's got a little bit of a butt flap backpack, but it's really not that big a deal. It's fairly out of the way. It doesn't really interfere with how he looks from the front or even the side. Really, it's just when you look at him directly from the back that you can kind of see this whole nonsense. But really it's not that big a deal at all. I love any figure with an opening mouth feature. I think that's really cool, a lot of fun. And, you know, waist swivel didn't have to necessarily be there. The shoulders, yeah, there's so much articulation in this guy. I really can't get over it, especially for, you know, an RID warrior class figure. It's just not something we've necessarily encountered before. Well, I mean it is, but not on this level and not with this consistency. All these new Robots in Disguise figures are coming out better and better, and it's really, really cool to see. But yeah, really nice figure. If you're a fan of the character, definitely you know, seek this out, pick it up. You can get it on Hasbro Toy Shop. That's where I picked mine up. And it's available now. So that is going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does help me. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I've got more Transformers coming up real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.